What's going on, guys? Cameron back again from Attack on Anime, here to bring you another season wrap up. This one's going to be covering BBK BRNK, and this anime was action packed, but we all know that action doesn't always beat everything. It has to have a decent story behind it, and the fact that I know there's going to be a season 2 just because of the way it ended, it kind of ended off on a cliffhanger by showing us a certain person that we hadn't seen, but I think that this story kind of holds up because not entirely. Like, I'm gonna go into it. I'll let you guys be the judge of it. But we start off with two siblings, Azuma and Karuko, and they're playing on an island that's in the sky called Treasure Island. And their mom's duty, her name is Migawa, and her duty is to keep Barankis from falling. Now, what Barankis are, they're essentially giant mechs, and she keeps them from falling down to earth, and that's her whole job, is to protect the earth from these Barankis. And they live on the Baranki nest known as Treasure Island, where all Barankis come from. And Barankis have these things called babukis. Now, what babukis are like the limbs of it. So the two arms and the two legs are considered babukis, and every Baranki has a heart that is also a babuki. So you need all five of these pieces to essentially operate a whole Baranki. So what this means is that when they awaken a Baranki, all the Barankis on the island wake up, and her mom is just like, I need to stop all these things from falling down to earth, or the earth is going to be destroyed. So she doesn't want her kids there, so she sends Azuma and Karuko and their father off to earth. And after that, we skip 10 years into the future, and Azuma is returning to Japan, and he's immediately arrested because he is the witch's son. And they're talking about Migawa because she was framed 10 years ago for Barankis attacking Earth by Ryoku, the main villain. And Ryoko, she leads the four gods, and she pilots the only Baranki that anyone can pilot on Earth, known as Entei. And Entei is one of the most powerful. Under Migawa's Baranki, known as Obu, Entei is like the second most powerful, but it's lost all its limbs because Azuma's mother defeated it 10 years ago and rendered its limbs useless. So Ryoko's whole plan is to get Entei's limbs, go to Treasure Island, and finish off Migawa. Azuma's whole goal is to go back to Treasure Island to figure out the fate of his mom, because he doesn't even know if his mom is dead or alive at this point. And he's saved by his friends from the police station. Kogane, which is one of my favorite characters from this anime, she has a pretty tragic backstory, and she has the right hand of Obu. Hiragi, who has the left foot of Obu, his whole goal is to avenge his father, because his father lost faith after Azuma's mother was pretty much out of the picture. So he's pretty much trying to relight his father's fire and his father's passion. And also he's trying to defeat Ryoko because he knows that she is not good for the earth. Like, he knows that if she's in charge, that the earth is pretty much doomed. So his whole goal is to take her out. And the rest of the crew, we have Kinoa, who is the left hand, and Shizuru, who is the right foot. And Shizuru is pretty much a battle genius. Like, once you see her fight, she fights so well. She's so quick on her feet, and you wouldn't expect it because she's kind of like airheadish. And Kinoa was like, she was really reluctant to use her Babuki at first, but then over time she got used to using it and realized that she had to use it in order to defend the earth. And I really love all of their backstories, except Shizuru's, who, her backstory was kind of left, like, kind of open. They didn't really go too much into it, so I don't really understand as much about her as I feel like I should. But I really hope in Season 2 they expand on her more, because she was one of the characters that was left, like, pretty open-ended and not really developed a whole lot. So I feel like they're going to go more into that in Season 2. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the anime. Like, in this anime, there are these things known as Babuki battles, and Babuki battles are pretty much a challenge issued to other Babuki users. It's a one-on-one fight that no one can interfere in, and it's only ended either when one of the people dies or if their Babuki is destroyed. And the energy in this anime that's similar to chakra is known as Renzu. And that's pretty much just their life energy, that if they run out of it, then they can no longer use their Babuki. Their Babuki will pretty much go to sleep. And also, Babukis weaken the further they are away from their masters. So if they get too far away, they start to get weaker. But these Babuki battles also provide a lot of character development, because you start to see everyone's drive, how much they're willing to fight in these Babuki battles. And I love seeing Kogande's first Babuki battle because that's when you find out her backstory. She is my favorite character from this anime because when she's fired up, like she is fired up and ready to go. She's quick on her feet, even for a young girl. And once you see her backstory in her Babuki battle, you can see why her passion is so great and why she pushes herself so hard at such a young age. And I feel like Azuma as a main character was kind of weak. Like, I don't really. I'm not saying I didn't like him, but I just don't feel like he was as strong as a main character should be. Yeah, he would push himself at certain points and he would always learn a lesson to, like, upgrade himself or get stronger, but I don't really feel like he stood as strong as a main character should. He was kind of upstaged by the supporting characters, which I don't feel like if you were upstaged by, like, your supporting characters, that means in a way you failed as a main character. And that's pretty much my only real complaints about the anime. It was a pretty fun, interesting anime, action-packed. The characters got mostly the development they needed. And the fact that there's a season 2 out there, I'm hoping that season 2 will definitely fix things from season 1 that I felt were lacking, such as, like, certain characters getting developed. But I feel like they were trying to rush a few things. But I'll let you guys be the judge of that. So go check out this anime, come back, let me know what you thought about it. If you have seen it, let me know down in the comments what you thought about it. Did you think it was too much action and not enough story? Did you think it was a good balance? In my personal opinion, I think it was the first. I think there was a lot of action and not enough story. They kind of tried to cram in a lot of story into like the last 2 or 3 episodes, I feel. But other than that, it was a pretty entertaining anime. I definitely loved the 2 ending episodes, and the last episode was definitely a powerful end. And I just can't wait for season 2 to come out. Whenever it comes out, I'll definitely let you guys know about that. But until next time, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.